was the kind of girl who always writes to-do lists, have a lot of notebooks waiting for her to review, and who takes a lot of notes on paper. One bad thing about this was that I was feeling so overwhelmed, and it always made me think that there's a lot waiting for me to study because of how huge that looks. Everything changed when I started using spaced repetition and flashcards to study for everything. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna be finally talking about how I use flashcards and spaced repetition to study for everything. So I've been learning languages as well as I'm on my second year of university doing a major that requires a lot of memorization. But did I get the chance to ever show you in detail how I use flashcards, how I make them, which apps do I use, and how frequently I review? So in the past 5 years, I have learned additional 4 languages: French, English, Spanish, and Chinese. Chinese, I started it just 2 years ago, and now I'm still in the process. I'm still not a fluent speaker, and the only method I'm using is flashcards. Honestly, because it works through spaced repetition. First of all, I use Remote for all of my studies, whether languages or university. Also planning and almost everything. It's a one space for everything. My whole thing is on Remote. I'm going to show you guys how I use and how I create my flashcards on Remote. Let's get started.
دعوني أريكم كيف أطبق التكرار التباعدي في روتيني. أولاً أحب مراجعة بطاقات الذاكرة مع الصباح لأن خلايا المخ تكون جدا نشيطة، وحتى اللوغاريتم في ريمنوت تقوم بإخبارك ما هي البطاقات التي عليك مراجعتها اليوم، لأن اللوغاريتم في ريمنوت تمشي على التكرار التباعدي.
So this is how I plan my life. Basically, instead of using a lot of journals, always messy, you have to take your journal everywhere. You can have everything related to work, academics in Remote. I usually create tables to track my goals. For example, here I'm creating my exams schedule. So I just add the date here.
Now let me show you guys how I create flashcards. First of all, I used to use the traditional way of creating flashcards during high school. I used to just open my notebook and make flashcards on my device, which was taking me a lot of time and a lot of effort. Now Remote is in haste with AI, so it means that you can generate your own flashcards automatically. And let me show you guys how you can do it.
So our professor in university just gives us these PPTs to review for exams. Just going to import this PPT into Remote, and Remote will generate flashcards through it.
Of course, you can choose which information you want to make flashcards of instead of the whole PPT. You can just highlight that information.
This is my first year ever taking mathematics seriously, and I found it so hard because I'm learning mathematics in English instead of Arabic, because I have a very important course to pass in university, and I found it so hard. I simply copied the link to a YouTube video, and now I paste it on Remote, and Remote generates for me flashcards, and I can ask more questions if I didn't understand something.
You can choose to generate flashcards from the whole video automatically, or you can choose exactly which information you want to make flashcards of.
And it literally generates also quizzes for you. So at the end of the video, you can see if you have understood or what you need to focus on.
As you can see, you can answer the quiz, and if you made a mistake in your answer, it can correct that, and if you answered but not fully correct, it can also tell you. So it's really accurate, and after you finish the quiz, you can turn this quiz into a flashcard if you want to review it later. There's also the AI tutor if you want to stop the video and ask about something that you didn't understand. And of course, you can ask in any language you prefer. I can't believe now I have such a tool where it has all these features. Also, there are so many flashcards on the internet on different platforms. I found ready flashcards on another website and I just decided to export these flashcards and import them into Remnote. As you can see, if you don't like to take time to create the flashcards, you can just find ready flashcards from another source. I always have so many books at the same time waiting for me to read, and it makes me so overwhelmed, and I like to track my readings, and that's why I created this board on Remnote. I put here links to the books and also the progress, and if I'm done, I will just choose done read. If you want to use this reading list board on your Remnote, I can leave the link of the template in the description box and you can add it into your Remnote space. When you are reviewing your flashcards on Remnote, you see these options to click down here. It's all about if you remember this information well, you just have to choose one of these. And this is how you let Remnote help you space repeat the information or create a filter to know which information should be reviewed and repeated more.
الأمر الذي أحبه في الدراسة ببطاقات الذاكرة هو أنه يمكنني أن أدرس أينما كنت. تطبيق ريمنوت على الهاتف، على الكمبيوتر، الآيباد، هكذا يمكنك المراجعة أو الدراسة في أي مكان. الآن دعوني أخذكم في جولة على الريمنوت الخاص بي. I'm a person who always writes diaries. What I like about Remnote is that it has this entry here. It's called today's. Once you click on it, you can see the date is already written here and you can just write the notes of the day. So it's a great way to keep your diaries, and at the top you can see a little calendar. I also have this folder for all my YouTube videos. Although I don't have time to film and create it a lot, so I always have a lot of ideas, so I always keep here. Here I have a folder for all the flashcards I created from YouTube videos, so you can go back later and review from the videos. Here I have my last year of high school flashcards, geography, and as you can see it's in Arabic. Here you can see I can click and review the flashcards. File is on Remnote. You can find an option called shared flashcards. This option is where you can find other people's flashcards that they've created on Remnote, and you can see all the different subjects like biology, medicine, computer science, law, and languages. For me, I use the Pro plan for Remnote, so I pay $10 per month, and it gives me extra AI credits because I use it a lot for my studies. So if I use the free version, it doesn't have enough AI credits. It's very affordable for me as a student, and I really love it. And it depends if you want to get a monthly plan or a yearly plan.
If you want to start your most amazing study experience, you can use my link to get 1 month of Remnote Pro for free. Also, if you want to learn how to use Remnote in detail, I will leave links to any guide you need to use Remnote in the description box. What I do at university is that I try my best to just focus with the teacher while explaining instead of writing on my notebook, etc. And when I get home, I use the material that was sent to me to create flashcards. Let me show you a feature that I like using personally. It is the exams and goals feature. You can add the documents that you need to study for your exam plus the date of your exam, and then it will generate to you daily goals that you have to reach in order to study for that exam. And wow, this is brilliant. Let me know, guys, what you think about studying with flashcards and spaced repetition, and what do you usually use it for?